Oh my goodness. What did I do?
Inside a Dallas police interview room,
What did I do?
Murray Masewe finds himself trying to figure out how he ended up there. He'd just shot Joshua Moore, the 27-year-old man with autism the state paid him to care for.
Just trying to stab me with a freaking knife, man.
I got the call that Murray had shot Josh. She must have told me that 3 times. I was in shock when I heard the words.
Joshua's father, Don Moore, placed his son in the Southeast Dallas group home, expecting him to be safe.
We didn't know Josh had passed until we had talked with the chaplain down at the hospital. Devastating.
Don wanted to know, how did Joshua get a knife in there? And why did Murray, the caretaker, keep a gun in a group home with vulnerable people? Don would soon learn Texas law does not forbid guns in group homes.
What if Josh had accessed the weapon just as he did the knife and shot the caregiver or another resident? It's very possible that that scenario could have played out.
Joshua Moore grew up in Rowlett. He was intellectually disabled and didn't begin talking until age 7.
He was quite the comedian.
He was social. And in high school, he joined an all-male cheerleading squad.
Inclusion was important. All types of clubs and programs, and Josh would want to be a part of that stuff. So there was that. And, you know, he had his downtimes where he would just get frustrated and not want to do anything.
As an adult, his mind stayed at the level of about a 3rd grader.
He wanted to learn skills and work and earn an income, but there were things he did not understand, and it would frustrate him, and that's when the behavior disorders became more prevalent than they had been in the past.
He became more volatile.
Behavior-wise, yes. I mean, physically, he would get aggressive with me.
Eventually, Joshua became too much for his family to handle, so he moved him into a group home. His father admits Joshua started to become aggressive with his caretakers.
Plano 911, tell me exactly what happened.
Back in 2017, this call came in from a Plano group home where Joshua lived.
One of our clients tried to attack me.
How exactly did he attack you?
With a knife.
Where's the knife now?
He still has it in his hand.
He had access to a paring knife. We don't know when he got the knife or how he obtained it.
After that incident, Joshua's father brought him to behavioral analyst Jeff Parker.
I made sure to put in the behavior plan that he should not have access to knives. All knives and anything sharp at all should be locked up.
Joshua lived in various group homes while Parker worked with him. In the spring of 2021, Joshua moved into a group home in Dallas run by a Xena Place. The company hired Murray Masewe to care for Joshua.
I didn't have any reservations about Murray. I thought he was a younger guy. He would interact with Josh well. Polite individual, kind.
Murray told investigators he'd read Joshua's behavior plan and knew Joshua shouldn't have access to knives. Records show Murray initialed a daily log indicating he'd locked up sharp objects, including here on the day he shot Joshua. Days after Joshua moved in April 2021, Murray says Joshua knocked over a table and assaulted him.
I got upset and threw the cereal bowl. Okay. I said, Josh, no, you can't do that. He said, you can't tell me no. He showed me. This is actually the day I learned you can't use the word no.
For Josh, the word no was a make it or break it word because he hated the word no.
3 months later, Murray says Joshua became violent again.
He was just ranting in the morning about his parents and not having a job anymore. I guess my arm brushed up on his arm. He says, don't you brush up on me again like that. If you do next time, I'm gonna hit you, something like that. I stated to him, no violent talk. That word no.
What you told him no?
He hits me. The table, he just pushed it over. And that's when I noticed in his hand he had this knife.
Murray says he left a knife out in the sink along with other dishes. He said he grabbed his gun from a kitchen drawer.
I grabbed it. Josh, I'm trying to get by. Josh, I'm just trying to get by. Josh, I'm just trying to get by. He took some lunge at me. That's when I let you.
Did you think he was going to cut you with that knife?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you carry a gun in the house?
I always carry it everywhere with me. It's the house. It's where you keep guns. You know what I'm saying?
An Azina Place official told a state investigator, "I didn't even know he owned a gun."
Heavenly Father.
A grand jury later cleared Murray, finding he shot Joshua in self-defense.
I've been a good man.
But a state health and human services investigation later found Murray neglected Joshua by allowing him to get a knife and then shooting him with a gun. Neither Murray nor Azina Place would talk to us for the story.
Thank y'all for coming today.
Oh, absolutely.
Don reached out to his local lawmaker for help.
You know, from my perspective, the process fails.
State Representative Chris Turner and his staff met with Don over the summer.
You can't bring a firearm into a hospital or a nursing home or a number of other types of facilities, and there should not be an exception for these types of long-term care facilities.
He's filing legislation seeking to outlaw guns in group homes.
Oh, Don. I'm so sorry.
Because of a loophole in state law, Murray can still take care of the disabled while he appeals the neglect finding.
I'm so sorry.
A process that could take years.
So it's another loophole we ought to close.
Turner's also filing legislation that would suspend caretakers while they're under investigation for misconduct.
The answer is never to take a life. I can't answer as to why that became the only option available. Only Murray knows that in his heart when he was there in the moment.
In Dallas, I'm Tanya Iser.